Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my live real talk with your girl, Lady D. Yes, I am on here a little early. I thought that, they was going to go ahead and, have Nature Boy in front of the judge, but they went ahead and canceled it. Now, like I said, if I want to know something, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get it from the source, okay? I'm not the type of person that's going to go ahead and put something out and knowing that, it's not true. So we was waiting for Nature Boy, to go in front of the judge today, which, we pretty much, knew how it was all going to play out. Okay. Like I said there and say most of the stuff that's dealing with the with flying the drone, most of that had to do with that. And not only that, this right here, and I'm going to sit there, like I say, this was Nature Boy call. Nature Boy did not want it to pretty much, how can I say it? When it comes to him, the terms that was given to him, because that Nature Boy, he loved his three pride, his three girls, and if he cannot, be with them, I guess in Nature Boy most likely probably say, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and just stay in. But it was messed up, and to me, like I said there and say, we could sit there and, speculate and say all types of stuff why, things happen the way it did. But, I think, flying a drone, I think it was a mistake. You don't want to go ahead and just add extra stuff when you trying to go ahead and get out. I see my girl Starbucks is in the house. Yes. How you doing, Star? Yes, she's here early in the morning. But, like I said, it's just a lot of stuff with this. I believe that once all this is over with, this is gonna be on the big screens. What you think about that, Starbucks? Do you think that this is going to be on the big screens? Because this is a reality show by itself. And the girls, they are not locked up, they are not locked up. So, but I don't know how, everything is going to go ahead and play out. But, you could expect that, if the terms was for Nature Boy, 3 God, to, not be able to be with his wives, then he probably said, well, hey, I'd rather just go ahead and set in, because what's the purpose of, he cannot be able to contact with his sister wives. Yeah, I believe it's going to be on the big screens because this right here, this is a reality show by itself. But like I said, all I could do is just go to the source, and I'm not a type of person that will come on and put on exclusive because I'm not that type of person. But you know, I don't know why, they just didn't chill. They didn't just chill until that day because, as Nature Boy's attorney, when she was calling out, the charges, Nature Boy pretty much really have all misdemeanors besides that one big aura, but he still, have to be able to present his case because that is his rights. But by all this other stuff that is just happening, and how people, pretty much as they say, interfering in a lot of stuff, all it's doing is just making it out of one big old huge mess. But like I said, when it comes to grown people, this is how I feel. I feel that they have a choice to do whatever they want because we know we are living in this type of world where anything goes. We have little small kids, and I talk about it all the time, how they can make grown decisions, going out there getting puberty blockers, you know, able to change their, their sex. And so if someone, like I said, they decide that, you know, that's their journey to go and follow a man, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when you get kids involved. Whatever you want to go ahead and do, you do it. But like for instance, when it comes to like people like Velvet, how she got her children all across the world, following a man that pretty much don't even have himself together. So that's the type of I'm talking about. But again, like I said, all I could do is just go by of what people saying because we all looking from the outside in. But like I said, who could tell it better than the ones that's right there? But they are not in jail. They are not in jail. And not only that, Nature Boy is not going to take those terms. If Nature Boy cannot come out and be with his three wives, then he's not going to do it because all he's going to do is just a setup. That's how and I'm gonna say allegedly because they didn't say setup, okay? But I'm just saying it's pretty much a setup because you know, you know good and well that Nature Boy is going to contact his wives, especially when they helping him, to with the case when it comes to getting, the attorneys and paying attorneys. So, he's going to need them. So guys, what you think on that? Like I said, this right here, I'm not here to sit there and put my foot on anyone because people do whatever they want to do. If they feel that they wants to call a man God, then go ahead and call a man God. I've been watching a lot of videos where people sit there and cut your throat down, tear you up, pull you apart if you don't use their correct pronouns. So, like I say, this is the type of world that we live in. But this right here, this, you know, pretty much was canceled. Nature Boy is not going to take those terms. He's not going to take those terms of having, not seen his three wives. So I guess, they probably say take it or leave it. But like I said, this is not a Fed case, not yet. This is not a Fed case because, this right here, you're innocent. You're pretty much innocent until proven guilty. And everyone, especially in the United States, they have the right to go ahead and present their case. And you cannot present a case if you locked up, not to get a fair case. But they was looking for, Nature Boy to go ahead and slip up, which, having a drone to fly, over the jailhouse. Come on, guys. Now, like I said there and say, you might think that it's not funny. And I hate to, like I said there and say, it's not only people do what they want. If they want to go ahead and laugh about it, because to me, that was a stupid decision. And I'm going to just go ahead and say it was a stupid decision. I wouldn't have never did something like that because you know that these people are watching your every move. I see Starbucks says, what happened? Just got here. Yeah, court was canceled, and Nature Boy, like I say, with the terms of not seeing his, now that's right there. Is like I said, he didn't want to take those terms, especially when it comes to him not seeing his three wives, because I'm pretty sure that it was going to go ahead and set bond for him this morning because he's been in there for almost a whole entire year. So they had no other choice to go ahead and, at least set a bond for him because if not, that's considered as held hostage. You can't hold a person hostage. It's pretty much after 90 days, if you don't have this person to go to trial, then you're going to have to go ahead and release this person. But if you keep making all these different mistakes, which, like I said, is their word against somebody else. They could come out and Nature Boy could say that was not him. He was set up. They are setting him up. Now I'm just going to sit there and say let because everything on this channel, I'm going to say for entertainment purpose only. Okay. Nature Boy could sit there and say it was set up. He was set up. Because like I say, I'm not getting into all this stuff. I'm not one of these type of bloggers that wants to post every move that these people make. If you don't like this person, why are you just, reporting every move that these people make? Because pretty much what you are doing is you are tampering in this case. You tampering in that stuff. But like I said, it is what it is. The girls are not in jail. The girls are not arrested. Um, and yes, the bond was canceled. But like I said, it's not what you think. It's just that of the terms. So, guys, like I said, it is what it is. But when it comes to all this stuff that is happening, you know, like I said, they pretty much, whether you like Nature Boy or not, because like I say, in here, I speak truth. They pretty much don't have anything. Because if they had anything, trust me, the state wouldn't have never have this case. The feds would have had this case. And one thing about the feds, and I talk about it all the time, the feds does not work like the state. The state is going to throw anything that they think that's going to stick. Yes, they will keep you held up. They're going to keep you holed up in jail because they know most of all the charges that you do is going to come from the inside. And as you can see, that's exactly what is happening. But if they really had some concrete evidence, I promise you, the feds would have went ahead and they would have went ahead and took that case. And I'm going to say allegedly because, like I said there and say, this platform right here is for entertainment purpose only. Which, like I said there and say, I got to do what I got to do and I got to say what I got to say. Okay, but if the feds do pick this up, let's just say the feds pick this case up. If the feds pick this up, then they're going to have to arrest every last person. Do you hear what I said? Every last person in order to get to the big fish because we know that they want the big fish. But like I said, you cannot sit there and just say you want 12 steps trying to get to the top. You cannot fly your way. So you have to go step by step. So which that means that every last person that was connected to him, they going to be arrested. And we already know, and this right here is already out there. Nature Boy already said. He said if he go down, everybody is going to go down with him. That's what he said. He said if he go down, everybody going to be arrested with him because every last person that was a part of carbonation, they were not no children. I don't give a care if you say they was brainwashed, they was whatever. These was grown people. They came, he didn't look for them. They was looking for him. And they came to him. So, like I said, we could say that these people was brainwashed, but a lot of those people that comes into this type of setting, they already trauma bond. They already had a jacked up childhood. They already most likely was out on the street. And just to go into somewhere else just to get hurt, because like I said, hurt people hurt people. But I have come to the term right now where these are grown people. These are grown people that have made their own decisions. And the thing about it is that if their parents is not worrying about it, why are these bloggers, why are these people that's watching, why are they worried about it? Because I'm pretty sure that the ones that's still in that camp, the ones that's still in that camp, trust me, they are getting support. And like I said, if their parents is not worried about it, why should you? He that have an ear, let him hear. Hi, country girl. I see country girl is in the house. How are you doing? She say, Lady D in chat, speaking to each and everybody in here. But like I say, guys, it is what it is, and like he thought, most likely, Nature Boy most likely probably thought this right here was a setup, because he know good and well that he was going to go ahead, he was going to contact his his wives, and they know that that would be another charge because the court had ordered him not to have any contact with three wives, and we already know who they are. So right there, he was not going to take that. He'd rather just go ahead and just sit in jail. And that's real talk. Oh, okay. Queenie says she's getting ready for work. Yeah, I'm here a little early, guys. Wanted to go ahead and just bring forth this right here because we was pretty sure that Chief was going to be home. We was pretty sure of that, but like I said, that part right there when it was dealing with the drone and dealing with all these terms, that's really what set it back. But yep, guys, I wanted to come on and tell you this right here, and I'm not a type of person to come on and put exclusive, and cause like I said, this show right here, when I come on live, is only for entertainment purpose only. Okay, I'm not a person that wants to clout chase, whether you want to follow me or not, because like I said, this is my ministry. In here, I speak truth. That's pretty much. So, a lot of people out there, they doing a lot of stuff, for clout, just to be, just to entertain people. But you have to realize this is these people's lives. This is these people's lives, and they have a choice. We all have a choice of how we want to live our life. So, but I truly believe, that we do need a leader. Now, I'm not saying, it's going to be no nature boy, but notice that we don't have a leader anymore. We didn't have a leader, a good leader since Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Why we don't have good leaders? Why we don't have good leaders out there? Why we don't have good supports out there? Because we don't work together. We don't come together. And I'm pretty sure that it got people out there that's helping our people, but they move in silence. They move in silence. Anytime when you make a public spectacle out of something that you saying that this is a cause for your people, do you think that, especially when it comes to our people are so messed up in their mind, with this slave plantation mentality, they'll go knowing that you trying to give them a way of escape. What they'll do? They'll sit there and they'll go and try to turn you in because they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the bigger picture. It's a lot of our people that sit there and come against and sabotage and try to stop. But then you have to realize why when we get so far and then it just comes to an end. Why? Because not everyone is meant to be a part of this. You cannot get everybody on board. You can't get everybody that you think that sees your vision just because they smile, just because they agree with you. Because we have fair weather people. Soon when the minute the heat start coming up, soon when the minute things start happening, they start running. And that's been since the beginning. That's since the beginning. So you cannot expect everybody to see your vision. You can't expect everybody to come on board with you. And it's not like they don't wants to, be a part of it. A lot of people operate out of fear because of what was put in us, our ancestors, how they treated our people. So soon in a minute, they know exactly how to get you to start talking. All they have to do is put fear in you. But like I say, guys, this right here, you know, is a lot of stuff, that, we could chew and a lot of stuff that we could go ahead and spit out. Because, if they were not that important, trust me, you wouldn't have people that's pretty much eat, sleep, slum at every move that these people make. But the thing about it is that it's our people. It's our people that's do the most. Like I said, well, Master don't have to do anything anymore. All he have to do is just sit back and just watch. Because now, it's embedded in our brains, it's embedded in us that we don't even need no one to give us instructions anymore. All we have to do is just go out there. But like I say, this is a sad. it's just a sad thing because we cannot come together. It got a lot of organizations of other people. Look at the Klansmen and the Aryan Nations. These people still in business, and we already know what type of people that these people are. How they openly suppress our people, but still well alive today. You ever ask yourself why? Why, they never went ahead and dismantled the KKK or the Aryan Nation? Why they never dismantled nothing like that? Because they stick together. We are the only ones that don't. And I'm not sitting there saying if something is abusive or something that, is out there to put you farther in the hole or to allow you to commit a crime. No, not that type of stuff. I'm talking about stuff that's going to wake our people up, letting us know that, we can start building, we can start getting into businesses, we can start doing things for ourselves where we don't have to depend on the government, we don't have to depend on other people. We can do it ourselves because we have millionaires, billionaires of black entrepreneurs that we can put together and we could start building, as you guys want to call it, the Black Wall Street, where we could have our own banks. But long as we sitting there at the feet of our oppressors and our suppressors and sitting there and allowing these people to throw us a little few crumbs here and there, then we're going to stay at the feet. We're going to stay at the bottom. Every other nationality to come into the United States and they can prosper. Why we can't? Why we can't? Because we still got that slave mentality. The only way that we can be able to come out of Lodabar, which I call it Lodabar. Lodabar is the lowest place that it can get. The only way that we can come out of Lodabar, we got to renew this mind. We got to pull these plantation chains off of our mind. That's the solution right there. That's the problem right there. Our mind is all jacked up. We have this European mind that, oh, to them, they are our God. What? They are our God. I promise you, that's exactly what it is. It's the mind. We have to renew the mind. Look at our people right now. Some of our people right now, especially the ones that have, you know, as you can say, have succeeded in life, entertainers, you can't even recognize them anymore. Because soon in a minute they get a piece of money, piece of crumbs. They lose their mind. They start looking just like their oppressors. Or when our athletes get to a status, $1 million, $1 billion status, they don't even want to come back for their own people. They rather go as, what's his name? Dr. Umar Johnson say, go after snow bunnies. We hate because we hate everything about ourselves. But without us, and I'm going to continue telling you, without us, nothing exists. Nothing. Because we are the lifeline to everything that breathes. The only thing about it is that we don't know it. We don't know it. Don't you know just the melanin in our body is like liquid gold? Don't you know that now I read an article where the government is paying the military to sit there and uh, do a research on melanin? And I was reading that it was saying that it was getting the melanin out of synthetic birds and plants. Do you actually think that they want synthetic melanin? No, they want the real. They want the real. So where you think that they're going to get it from? That's why I sit there and tell you guys, we have to wake up. We have to come out of Lodabar. We got to sit there and stop soon in a minute when you feel that God has given you a vision to help your people. Soon in a minute you get to a certain level, having all eyes on you, then you start losing your mind. Then you start getting caught up. Don't you know, like I said, they have people that's assigned into your life. They can start with you from the beginning, but they are assigned to your life to make your life a living hell. I'm watching my brother right now. He's another brother I'm watching right now, Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm watching him right now. I mean, when say the words that come out of his mouth, I mean, the words that come out of his mouth is sharper than a two-edged sword. It cuts. But I'm praying for my brother right now that, even though that, he say, because like I say, when it comes to cheek and tongue will say anything. I pray that, he does not sit there and get all focused, that he can continue running with this message. I pray that he continue with the school. Don't matter how they throwing rocks at him. Don't matter how they slinging mud at him. That he can continue with his school. Because the ones that's doing all the talking, what are they doing? I would love to see when we educate our own people. Because like I said, we are not dumb. We are not ignorant. We are the most smartest human beings in the world. We are the smartest human beings. But see, they're not going to shine the light on this. But soon the minute we start creating stuff, soon the minute we start making things that they like, they there to under the table snatch it right from under you. And before you know it, they the one created this. They the one created this. Guys, how long are we going to allow the cankerworms, the palmer worms, and the locusts to come and just suck us up dry? Tell me how long. How long? But like I said there and say, guys, it got to start somewhere. I was watching one of my sisters. You got to know how to, separate the wheat from the tare because I mean, her mouth is like a sailor. Michi X. I was watching one of her videos where she came on. She was crying and bawling her eyes out, and she's a tough cookie. You have to really do something detrimental to her for her to come online. Now she'll tell you with the F bombs all day. Oh yeah, she'll tell you exactly how she feel. But she ain't gonna put you're not gonna see a tear come out of her eyes. But that day, tears was out of her eyes where she said, I quit. I cannot do it no more. She said, because these people are wearing me out. She said, these people are wearing me out. She putting up some kind of organization together. And then the thing about it is, Michi X has said that some of the tickets, she was giving tickets away, flying these people to the organization, and they didn't even take it serious. They wasn't even coming out like they should. And I'm gonna say alleged because it's not her exact words. Like I say in here, it's for entertainment purposes only. But she was sitting there, she was saying that they were instead of at the event that she had gave, they was in the hotel watching a basketball, not a basketball game, a boxing game. A boxing game. That's just to show you that some of our people, they just don't take it seriously. They don't take it seriously. People is not going to see it the way that you see it because our people have gotten so comfortable, so conditioned in where they are. They like it like that, just like the children of Israel. If you believe in the Bible stories, when Moses was trying to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt, out of bondage, when he brought them into the wilderness, they was complaining. Why they was complaining? Because they was complaining that they didn't have shoes. They was complaining that they was used to eating a certain type of food. Like I say, guys, nothing is new under the sun. Nothing is new under the sun. I look at the Bible as a prophecy. All it's telling you what's to come. And all this stuff right now, what you see is what we are doing right now. We are living it out. We are complaining. We are murmuring because we like the condition that we are living in. We like living from paycheck to paycheck. We like sitting at the feet of master. We like clocking in a 9 to 5 job. We like being the biggest consumers. Oh, let's not talk about that. Don't you know we spend trillions of dollars a year being the biggest consumer just on hair weave alone? Now take a guess what else is $1 trillion business now? Bleaching cream. Bleaching cream. Wake up, guys. Stop letting these people continue to rock us to sleep. Because that's all they're doing. Instead of you trying to tear somebody else down that's at least trying, why don't you sit there and you start doing something? Why don't you help that person to show them the way, the right way? Or just give, all you have to do is just give your opinion. But don't try to stop there and throw a monkey wrench trying to sabotage people's business, the vision. And when God give us the vision, we got to stop entertaining. That's, oh my God. That's one of the biggest downfall of our people. We love to entertain. Long as we are buck dancing and acting like buffooneries, they love it. They love it. They love it. That is nothing but a distraction. When just like I had said, we are the smartest people on this planet Earth. And the thing about it is that they know it, but you don't know it. You don't know it. So the question is there any righteous one? Is there any righteous one out there? Isaiah say, here am I, Lord, use me. Yes, there are some righteous ones, but they move in silence. They don't blow the trumpet. They don't sound the alarm. Not yet, because the song is not ready to be sung. We have to train the child in the way that they should go. But we have to realize not everybody that's in your camp, that they don't have your best interest. Because why? Because the wheat and the grain, the wheat and the grain, the weed and the grains, they got to grow together. The sheep and the goats, they all together. But that's all right because the Most High God is going to separate it. The wheat from the, He's going to separate it. But we cannot sit there and make a public spectacle out of the gift that God has called us to. We can't act like a clown, like a fool, because everybody is watching you. All eyes is on you. And not everyone is out there to sit there and see you fall. It got people wants to see you succeed. It got people right there on the sideline that is cheering you on. And the reason why they're not in the mix of it, because some people they can't handle the fire. But that does not mean that you're in there by yourself. And that's just like when it comes to this sister that I was talking about, how she was on social media bawling her eyes out because she felt that these knuckleheads does not see the vision. These knuckleheads, they out there instead of coming to the event, coming to this cause. They in the hotel watching a boxing game, and she was bawling her eyes. And like I said, nothing new is under the sun. Even Moses in the Bible, Moses was saying, Lord, these not my people. These are your people. These are some knucklehead people. Even Isaiah said it. Even Ezekiel said it. These are some stiff-necked people, our people. Just imagine, guys, that a big flood will come, and the only escape that you got to save yourself is to go on top of your roof. And you praying to God, God, send me a rescue. Send me a rescue. So God sent a boat. He sent a helicopter. He threw the raft out just to have you to get on. But you still asking God, send me help, send me a rescue. But just because it does not come the way that you want it to come, then you dare to sit there and cut it down. Because the package is not going to come all beautiful with a pretty pink bow or a pretty blue bow. Sometimes your package is going to come all jacked up, but the goods is going to be inside. And I'm a witness to that. It happened to me when I was a child. I never forget when I pray for something, it come to pass. Because I know that I have a spirit of discernment. I know that I am a prophetess. I was a small child. God would take the foolish things to confirm the wise. I was a small child. I remember when the Avon lady came to the house selling all types of perfume and powder and all types of stuff. You know what the Avon lady used to come and knock on your doors just like Jehovah Witness people used to come. It was a little small little book she had showed my mom. And I was looking in this book and I saw this perfume powder that I wanted, this body powder. And I put my head down while she was in the house. And I said, I want this. And soon the minute she left, I walked outside and it was a box out there that was crushed up. She thought it was no good no more. So she left that box right there in front of that yard. And when I opened that box, all crushed up, everything that I needed was inside. That same smelling powder was inside. It did the job, whether the box was crushed up. And that's how the Son of Man is going to come. That's how the Son of Man going to come. He's not going to come sitting on a throne. He's not going to come with a three-piece suit. He's not going to come with a Rolls Royce or a Maybach, a Cadillac, or whatever you guys sitting there running after with all these labels from head to toes. He's not going to come looking like that. You never know who you are entertaining. He may come like a bum on the street, the same bums that you cross every day to sit there and get to your oppressors. The same ones that you sit there and you throwing food in the trash can, seeing somebody right there that is hungry, but you pass them up. Jesus say, when Jesus disciples say, when was you hungry? When was you in prison? I don't remember those days. He said, whatever you have done to the least of my children, you have done it to me. Guys, I didn't come to preach. I did not come to preach. But it's time for someone to say, wake up. Come out of your sunken place. Stop allowing these people to continue rocking us to sleep. And all the ones that's tampering with God's word, woe unto you. Woe unto you, because you're not doing it just because you wants to see all this stuff stop. Because if you really wants to see all this stuff stop, then want me to tell you something, you will be continue doing this. You wouldn't stop with just one person. What you are doing, you are picking. You are picking because you want that life. You wish you had that life. You wish that you could have 25 and 30 women, even men flocking at your feet. You wish you had that life. Devil, don't lie. Devil, don't lie. Stop it right now. You wish you had that life. I see my girl, country girl, says just stop to show love and support. I'll catch you later. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Lady D in chat. And thank you and God bless you, my sister. Like I said there and say, this is not for everybody. Not everybody. It's not for everybody. I had people coming on and say, "Oh, you ain't got nobody but 2 or 3 followers that's coming to you." I don't give a care. I'd rather have 2 or 3 loyal followers, people that see the vision, than 500 all messed up people that's just ready to look to sit there and try to sabotage and throw a wrench in everything that you have. It's not in the numbers. How many times I told you it's not in the numbers? Only what you do for God is going to last. The Most High God, not the little God. But guys, enough is enough. We can do it. We can be a force to be reckoned with. But we got to put this people stuff down. We got to stop chasing after almighty dollars. Don't you know the love of money is the root of all evil? Yes, we do need money, but don't let the money sit there and take over your life. Don't have money where if you don't have it, you're going to go on every corner and sell your soul for it. Or you're going to rob Peter to pay Paul. Up all night trying to plot how you can take somebody else down just because the love of money. When the Bible says that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, everything that you see, it belongs to God. And believe it or not, guys, I am in my lane. This is my ministry. This is my ministry. I see the bigger picture. I see the bigger picture. But in order for us to be able to come out of this state that is called Lodabar, in order for you to see Satan fall to his knees, we got to come together. We got to stop fighting and tearing down one another. And I've been hearing people saying over and over and over, what is the solution? What is the solution? If I tell you the solution over and over and over, you're still not going to take heed because it's not coming in the pretty bow that you want it to come in. Oh, I don't need a leader. Just like you said, I don't need a husband. I don't need a leader. We quick to say stuff like that. We don't look at the world. Look at the chaos. It's quite obvious somebody need to lead somebody because we just got out of hands now. We got women don't even know if they're a dog or cat. I mean, women on the floor barking like dogs, having men pulling them by their hair, walking them with leeches. We got men don't know if they're coming or going. So quite obvious, we do need a leader because we are a tribe, believe it or not. We are part of the children of the Most High God. When we are together, we are a force to be reckoned with. When we are apart, then that's how they weaken us. Look at the movie. You remember the movie, guys, and I got a few more minutes. You remember the movie, who that was? Malcolm X. You remember Malcolm X when one of his members, they were arrested. And Malcolm X and all his leaders came in front of the courthouse, the jailhouse, and they demand that the police release or show them that one of the leaders was all right. And soon, when the minute Malcolm X went in and he saw that the one of the leaders, he was, he was sick, or because he was beaten to death, he told the policeman, "You call a paramedic right now, right now." And they ran and they went ahead and they called the paramedics because it had a group of leaders and people that was out there that they were afraid because they all came together. So when we come together, we are a force to be reckoned with. We can get the job done. And what the one of these policemen said? What did he say? He said, "We got to stop this. This man got too much power. Too much power." So now, if they can identify who you are, then yes, they coming after the big fish. That's why you cannot allow your goods to be evil spoken of. That's why also the Bible says, learn from the ant. When you see a bunch of ants, you never see the queen out there in the middle of the ants and among the ants. The queen always be at the bottom. If you wants to find the queen is always at the bottom. Because the queen don't need all lights and cameras and don't needs to be in the forefront. Long as she know her leaders is out there getting the job done. And that's what our people have to learn from the ants. Stop being a showboat. Stop entertaining these people. Like I said, the best performers are the ones that's behind the scene. If you say that God has called you to sit there and lead your people out, but everybody wants to be seen. We all wants to put on a show. We all wants to feel like we a part of something. And that's how they trick you. That's how they trick you. Because you make it about yourself. You have to learn to crucify your flesh. If you want to be a part of what God is calling you to be a part, if you want to pick up your manna and walk, you got to crucify your flesh. Paul says each and every day he had to crucify his flesh. Why? Why? Because we are counted like sheep for the slaughter all day long. We are counted like sheep for the slaughter all day long. So what we have to do, we have to learn to crucify our flesh. We have to stop sitting there wants to be the it person, because once you sat there and you in the front, oh, didn't want me to tell you something, you weaken your entire group. And that's how it all happens, just like that. And like I said, guys, in here it's tight, but it's right. We got to stop it. We got to stop all that buck dancing. We got to stop all that showboating. And we got to learn to come together. And the reason why we got to come together, because iron sharpens iron. We need each other. We can't do it by ourselves because we are one. And divided we fall. Yes, divided we fall because we are one. We cannot sit there and try to tear each other down. Jealousy. I talk about jealousy. I talk about jealousy all the time. Jealousy is crueler than a grave. Jealousy will keep their eyes on their prey until they take them out because they want your life. People want your life. They wants to be the leader. They wants to be the chief. Nobody wants to be the Indians. Everybody wants somebody to fall at their feet. But then you take the glory out of it because it's not about you. It's only what you do for the Most High God. It's not about you. And even if you get the position that God has called that person to be in, you may not handle it. You may not handle it. I remember with who that was, David and King Saul. I remember when they were saying in the Bible that David had tried on King Saul's, I think it was King Saul's or Samuel's, his coat. It was too big for him. We want to try on people's stuff that's too big. We want to be in people's places that you are not called to be in, and you don't know how to operate it. So what you do, you mess it up for everybody. Just because you see this person doing it, you might say, "Oh, I could do that." And that's why we out right now on social media tearing each other down because you think that you could do what that person do. But if you had what that person do, I promise you wouldn't last as long as that person did. Because you operate out of jealousy, out of envious. You covering other people's blessings. Guys, like I said, whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, this is real. It can't get no real than this. Because whether you want to believe it or not, the Bible is being fulfilled. And it's not a test to tell you, ask you, how many wives did Abraham did? Did Moses part the Red Sea? No, that's not the test that God is calling. The song is that we got to come together because the Bible is a prophecy of what's to come. We are fulfilling it right now. We are right now our own story right now. Can't you hear? He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. And like I say, this is not for everybody. This is not for Dottie, Squatty, and everybody. This is for people that is seeking the truth. This is for people that's sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is for people that's ready to sit there and rise up and get in position and get back what's rightfully is ours. Not these jokers that you see wants to have babies after babies after babies after babies for hundreds of different dads. That's not the way that God is calling it to be. God is calling order. That's the flesh. That's the flesh. God is calling order. So we could be able to sit the black man back on his rightful throne, his throne. He's calling unity, not these jokers that you've seen today. All they looking for is a clout, looking to be entertained. And that's why they don't take us serious. That's exactly why they don't take us serious today. Because we operate out of order. We know that we are the chosen ones. We know we are peculiar people, but it haven't lined up with the mind. It haven't connected to the mind, which is your soul. And that's why the devil can continue playing on your mind. Because he know when he got your mind, he know that he got you. He know that he got you. That's what you have to continue. You have to continue guarding your mind. Because he know once he take it, he got you. That's it. And that's what's happening to a lot of us today. The enemy has gotten into our mind to think that everything that looks close to white is right. And this is not being racist because it's only one. We are only human beings. It's just that one think that they are superior. Our lower self think that they are superior over one another. But we are one. We are human beings. We are a diversity of people, from the whitest to the darkest. But the darkest is more dominated because out of the darkness comes light. No other race, no other lighter race can sit there and make the chocolates to the whitest baby. Even the whitest baby, when they come outside, they have to be dark. You may not see they dark. That's why I was watching a video that had went viral. I saw not the one with the two girls, the two college girls. I think it was the three college girls that painted their face black. It was another one recently where a white girl, she went into Walmart, had her face all painted up, trying to make a mockery of black people. Black people is getting all upset. And I was sitting there saying, we don't have to get upset anymore. All you have to do, and this is not being racist, just spray some suntan lotion and put them under the UV light. And just like she painted herself black, that's exactly how she's going to look under the UV light. Go and check it out. Google that, how they look under the UV light when they have suntan lotion on. And that's real talk. And that's real talk. So, like I said there and say, it's no time for us to sit there trying to hate on each other because we all right here on planet Earth, which will most likely be our heaven, our paradise. But we don't know it because we so destroyed because of lack of knowledge. We don't want to research. We want to accept things the way that they are. We want to run with this lie. And that's why they continue to work overtime on us. So, like I say, guys, in here, it's real talk. I got 3 more minutes. In here is real talk. I can't compromise. I can't sugarcoat. I got to call it like it is. And like I said, this is not for everybody. And I need to stay in my lane because this is my lane. I am a minister. This is my calling. And not everybody's going to like it because the truth. But the truth is going to set us free. That's the only thing that's going to set us free. And that's real talk, guys. We can't sugarcoat. We can't continue tickling each other's ears. We can't do that. We can't continue backbiting and tearing each other down, covering over somebody else's blessings. I mean, we got a bunch of Uncle Toms. A bunch of Uncle Toms. Like I sit there and say, guys, wake up. A bunch of Uncle Toms. Nothing is new under the sun. Nothing. I mean, I was watching on IG, I saw one of these guys, how he took somebody's picture, Michael Jackson picture. I'm gonna show, yeah, I'm gonna show, that's gonna be my next video. I'm gonna make that one right there. How they took Michael Jackson picture, and rest in peace, Michael Jackson, when he was young, the black Michael Jackson, to the one that we had now, looked like a European whatever. Because they whitewashed everything. And that's how it was back then. They whitewashed everything. That's why we cannot identify who is the queen, who is the real king. Because the real queen that came, that was here, that came out, who called Charles and Queen Elizabeth, all that came out of the real Queen Charlotte. And they whitewashed her. Whitewashed her. Everything was whitewashed. The Bible was whitewashed. Everything was whitewashed. But God is ripping the sheets because of not history just going to repeat itself. I mean, all these entertainers started off dark, melanated, beautiful queens. Now they look white, blonde hair, and all this other stuff. And like I said, I'm also a licensed cosmetologist. Blonde hair is dead hair. So you pretty much walking around with dead hair. It's no pigment. Anything that has no pigment, that's dead. So guys, on that note, like I sit there and say, It's time for us to stop allowing these people to rock us asleep. It's time for us to stop covering other blessings and helping each other, because I promise you, when you help somebody else, you're going to be able to sit there and see the blessings of God, because they're going to be able to bless somebody else. So we don't have to hate on each other, because we got enough hate that is going on out there as is. So, guys, on that note, thank you all for supporting my channel. However you feel led, that's how I look at it right now, because, like I say, my message is not for everybody. So whatever you feel led to do, whether you want to hit like, whatever, just feel free. But the word is still gonna go on with or without you. Real talk, because only what you do for the Most High God is gonna last anyway. So you all have a good day. I might come on tonight at 7 o'clock if I find something else to talk about, because I usually don't come on this early. I just wanted to go ahead and talk about Nature Boy Bond was canceled. But when I do come on and do my show, it be about either 2 o'clock p.m. or 7 o'clock at night p.m. So I do my show either 2 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So I might come on at 7 o'clock. All right, guys. On that note, you all have a blessed day. Enjoy your day and make sure you love on each other, because, like I said, this right here is real. So you all have a beautiful day.